Okay. Greetings. Hey everyone. Hey. Peace, 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 peace. How's everybody doing? Anywho, this is gonna be my response. I'm sorry I'm drinking this coffee. I'm ready to start drinking this mushroom coffee. Although my coffee is vegan, I'm still wanting to try this mushroom coffee. It's a different kind of mushroom coffee. I'm trying another brand besides the one I usually have. I don't really like it like coffee. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It doesn't give me the same flavor, and I like something that tastes good. Herbs are herbs, and sure, an herb and mushrooms is a form of a herb that I use for coffee and different things. However, it's still not the it's just not the same, y'all. I can't do a replacement. That's what I'm trying to say just yet. But anyway, I'm gonna try another brand and I'll let y'all know how that turns out. And I'll show y'all the brand. And I'll show you mine and maybe y'all see what it is. Anyway, so greetings, I'm Dr. Marison Coca-Cola, Dr. Asker, whatever you want to call me. Uh Along those lines. No, don't call me whatever now. Hold on now. Don't play that. Anyway, so yes, hello. Greetings. Anyway, sorry about that. I thought my son was calling. Pay attention, stay focused. Anywho, so what I'm gonna talk about today, I just kind of want to respond. I'm not gonna be on here, obviously, not too long, because I'm gonna have to do some homework with my son in a little while. Right now, he's doing a video, so I got a little time to spare. So let's get into it. So basically, last night, as you all may not may or may not know, unless you was under a rock, uh, Flo uh, was gracious enough to come on my live and to give out some information regarding some documents from from some court cases that happened eons ago. Um, and I, so part of, to me, this is my humble opinion, and Flo can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel that Miss Flo, my sister Flo, basically wanted to show a correlation with my Jazzy life and her mother, and basically show about generational curses. And so that made a lot of sense to me. So I obliged, you know, and she was gracious enough to explain and show what happened with that. Now, uh, again, as I said before, we all have a past. We all have done. I'm sure we all have done things in our past that we're not proud of. That's embarrassing, and hopefully, you know, we learn from our mistakes and we learn from our parents' mistakes, and it's up to us as an adult at some point in time to learn from a mistake that we may have made and atone for it. And so, a couple of things here, and not just making excuses. You know, my mother always said that excuses are only good for those who make them. So when we, make mistakes, hopefully we try our best to heal from them. And it's just one thing I have to admit. One of the things I did find um, egregious and repugnant was the fact that my Jazzy Life mama Cheryl sat on that live, and she came off, like she was heavily on the booze, just a little bit, little tad bit. Now, and she basically was talking of victim shaming. And we have to be clear about that. Uh, Miss Asia Washington, she went off on Asia, and she put some information out there about Asia, Philip's other child's mother. She put some information out there that was very disgusting and was uncalled for. She never came back and apologized. It really, excuse me, whether it was true or not, I don't know. I'm not here to judge that part, and I can't say whether it was true or not. The bottom line is good. The bottom line was, I understand people want to defend their daughter. I have a daughter around my Jazzy Life's age. And so, yes, I would defend my daughter, but it's just certain things that I just wouldn't do to disrespect the other child, to disrespect somebody else's child, because Asia is somebody else's other child. Asia is someone's child, just like my Jazzy Life is. And it's just certain things that we have to, as adults, try not to do. And I understand emotions were flying, but my Asia Washington, and I hope she don't mind me saying her whole name, uh, was a victim of Phillips, and we can't be under no illusion. We can't lie to ourselves and act like we don't know that she was a victim of Philip, and Philip actually went to jail behind what happened with Asia. So we're not going to act like my Jazzy Life didn't play a part in it, because she did play a part in it. And how you doing, Melissa? I hope I said your name correctly. Melissa. Am I saying your name right? I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you Ellie because I don't want to mess up your name. I will mess up somebody's name. You listening at work? Thank you so much. I want to be honest, and I don't mean no harm, but what she did was outrageous and disgusting, and was uncalled for what she did to Asia. And I think Asia was the real victim in that scenario, regardless to everything going down with her child. We gotta look at it. Asia was a child herself. We're not gonna play this game, okay? And another victim, it seemed like it was my Jazzy Life's son. And yes, do I believe my Jazzy Life was a victim at one point in time of her life? Yes, I do. Is she a victim now? No, she's not. She's not a victim now. And the point is that she has to atone with Asia. She owes Asia an apology. Her mama, Philip, as well as my Jazzy Life, Jasmine, as well as Cheryl, duly owe Asia an apology. We're not gonna play like they don't. And they can try to victim shame and be nasty and disgusting toward her. But it seems like Asia has gotten aspects of her life correct. I don't know exactly, but I know she seems like she's doing better than Jasmine. Let's be clear about that, right? And Jasmine still feels a certain kind of way, and my Jazzy Life can't blame Asia for Philip going to jail. Philip chose to be a PIMP. Okay, you know he chose to do that, and if that was, regardless, if you being a woman, you shouldn't be mad at Asia. You should be mad at Philip, and you should be mad at yourself, because you were a co-conspirator in the sense of, now I don't know how far your conspiracy was or down the rabbit hole, because I'm not going to get into all that. But what I am going to say is that you knew what she was doing. Okay, let's be clear about that. You knew full well what she was doing, and we're not going to play like you didn't. Okay, so that's number two. Okay, so let me get a couple of things out the way. So that's number one. So another thing is that I know some people are like, hey, Dr. Mary, you focus here on healing and things like that. Yes, I do. Do I like a good old gossip thing? Yeah. Yes, I do. I kind of enjoy. I have a balance though. I'm just not a pure gossiper, but I like a good old train wreck at times, because I think it's a lesson. I think watching a train wreck is a lesson, because what it does is it teaches us what not to do. Okay, it teaches us what not to do, and that's just the bottom line. And so in my life, I've done a lot of crazy stuff. I'm 50 some years old, and you don't become 50 and not doing a lot of crazy stuff. But one of the things that I ultimately know for a fact in my old age, and I'm not real old, but I'm old enough, right? Is that certain aspects is we have to atone with people, and we have to stop the mess. And my Jazzy Life also owe her children an apology. She also has to get things together. Now nobody cares about her having a man. I mean, majority of the people on here have somebody that have a significant other, have somebody that they love and love them back, right? So that's kind of normal. So I don't want to hear nothing about how you doing, passion. So I don't want to hear nothing about people are jealous of you because you have a man. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Chris is at the bottom of the barrel. Now, I think Chris might be good for somebody like you, because you don't want much in life. It just kind of come across like that. Sorry, but so Chris might be right for you, but for me, he wouldn't be. Chris couldn't afford me. Uh, so let's be clear about him. Um, and I'm a housewife, and so with a lot of housewives, on top of being a housewife, sometimes I get a little bored. Sometimes, and not all the time, but at times I get a little bored, and I like to watch me a good old train wreck. And so, in watching the train wreck, in between educating my son, in between cleaning up my house, taking care of my son and my businesses, I like a little entertainment at times. On top of my husband does take me out, and we have a good old time. And when he come home, we chill, and we watch a good old movie, and we might go out to dinner. We might have a little fun and do other stuff, and we might travel because we do a lot of traveling all around this country. We done been to New York, we done been to New Orleans, we done been everywhere around this world, okay? So let's be clear about that. So I don't think I would be jealous because Chris is only taking you, he hasn't taken you outside of your state. So let's be honest, girl. I done been to New York. I done went shopping in New York. My husband took me shopping in New York. Uh, but that's a whole nother story, right? Not bragging, but I'm just trying to tell you, I'm just trying to show you that nobody's jealous. No, I'm not monetized. You know why I'm not monetized? Because how you doing, Taylor? You know why I'm not monetized? Because I'm not, I don't stick with it. I'm not consistent with it. Because sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I want to be a big YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. And then I get in my head, I'm like, oh, hell no. I don't want to be no YouTuber. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I'm not monetized, because I'm not consistent with it. Let's just be honest. Because I've been having a YouTube channel for quite some time, and I don't be on here all the time. So I do have a life, my Jazzy life. I do have to, play with my son. My son actually like me. Um, my son has video games. And I go in there and play video games. We go to the park. We go to the museum. We go to the Chuck E. Cheese. We do all kind of stuff. That's pretty. How you doing, Oshun? How you doing, S-Wise? We do all kind of fun stuff. We kick it. I kick it with my family, my older children. I have older children, my dad's like your age. So we kind of kick it. We kind of hang as a family, just like your little messy family. We all, I'm just being honest, just like your little messy family. We all have stuff going on in our family. Everybody has their own little intricacies and mess at times, right? But one thing about the family, my Jazzy life, is that we apologize to each other. And one thing I'm gonna tell you is I don't have court records. My children have gotten mad at me, and I've gotten mad at their little butts, right? Normal, right? But my parents don't have records on egregious allegations and abuse. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't have abuse records out on my children. I don't have that. Because if I had that kind of stuff or CPS issues, I wouldn't be able to adopt children. I wouldn't be able to do things. And let's be clear, I can't have more children. So before any of you have to say that, this is just what I wanted to do. I always wanted to adopt. I'm adopted. She checking your channel status. Yeah, she was checking my channel status. I don't give a damn. I mean, I don't have it like that. No, my Jazzy life. You know why people watch you, heifer? People watch you because you a train wreck, baby. And we in for the train wreck. Just like we all used to watch Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Why? Because it was a beautiful train wreck. But you know one thing about the difference between you and Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, I ain't gonna call you that, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing when I called you that. I was gonna call you B. I'm just playing. I wasn't gonna say that, girl. I wasn't gonna call you that. That wouldn't been me. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. I promise. But anyway, I ain't playing about this. The difference between you, my Jazzy life, and Whitney Houston is that you are broke and you're not talented. Whitney Houston can sing, right? But my content, and I am an intellect. I am intelligent. I'm intelligent. I'm intelligent. I'm country though, and I got a little twang to me. I'm a Midwestern girl, who's raised by parents from Mississippi. So some things I pronunciate is going to sound a little country and probably not be correct. But that does not take away from my education, girl. Okay. And let me tell you something. It ain't just that I'm a degree. My PhD is in metaphysics, and I can heal your dusty ass, right? It ain't just that. She said something. They said something about in the chat that I wasn't monetized, and I was up there talking about her, and I wasn't monetized and stuff like that. I'm not monetized. You are correct, darling. I'm not monetized. You again because it's just hard. I don't have time. I can't sit on the line all the time like I want to. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, and I'm not, and let me address this too. Another thing is, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to exploit my children. I'm not going to put my son. Now, everybody, we'll have a little picture here and there with my children and different things like that. And I'll do that. I might even do like what do you call that? Y'all know the little video clips and things like that on my children. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to show you all of my house. And just because I won't show y'all my house because some of y'all is weird, doesn't mean my house is not dirty. Doesn't mean my house is dirty. Because my house is not dirty. Obviously, when I do my videos, you don't see roaches. And I've been in different parts of my house and done videos. Go back through my channel, you will certainly see that we don't have roaches. In my condo. And when you stay in condos, I do understand that you do go get checked. They come in to check to make sure the loan, because we have insurance in our condo. So because we have insurance, they do come by a certain point of time and check your apartment out. Check your condo out just to make sure that the alarm system work, the carbon monoxide work. They have to make sure everything is what it needs to be, to come and check. That's what happens. Not no Section 8, baby. Let's be clear about that. Not on Section 8 either. Okay? So she woke on the camera and switched on the damn camera. Yes. But you have content, though. There are a lot of content creators. Yes. Okay, so let's be clear about that. I don't have no roaches. I don't have no rats. I don't have no mouse. I don't even have I don't know, any kind of bugs, that anything in here that don't have potential to pay rent. So let's be clear about that. You don't have no excess pets. I don't even have a dog. I don't have a cat. I don't have a monkey. You know what I'm saying? I don't have none of that stuff. You know why? I just don't really like pets like that because that's too much responsibility. I already got a son and a husband that I got to clean up after. Why? Because I'm the housewife. Because my husband is the provider. So because he's a provider, I take care of the house. That's my job. Besides that, I'm a business owner. And that can be something else at times. So I don't have time to sit on her all the time. So let's be clear about that. Now, secondly, I brushes my teeth. I brush my teeth. I said brushes. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I get in there in the shower. And sometimes, from time to time, I take a shower, take a bath, take a shower, take a bath, take a shower, take a bath. Okay? I do that. Right? I get adequate sleep. I sleep like a baby. I'm good to my son. I don't curse my son out. I don't call my son. I don't call my husband. My husband don't put his hands on me. My husband has never put his hands on me. My husband has never knocked me behind the washer and the dryer. So let's be clear about that. Let's see what else. I don't abuse my children. I have to go off on my older children from time to time, but I haven't went off on my older children in a long while because they ain't did nothing stupid lately. So let's be clear about that. Because they're still growing. I'm very proud of my children, as a matter of fact. Let's see. I don't have a problem with my ex-husband. He has a lovely, wonderful wife. beautiful woman. I never had the pleasure of meeting her just yet, uh, because I'm busy. She busy, but she's lovely. Nevertheless, she's lovely. I don't have no issues with nobody that I have children with. Okay, so let's be clear about that. We not. I don't have no issues now. Back in the day, of course, the mud slang probably did go down, but at the end of the day, we have all grown up. Okay, let's be clear about that. And we don't have no court documents other than a divorce. But we don't have nothing in our court documents of divorce that talks about me not taking care of my children, not feeding them. So let's be clear about that. All right. See what else? What else I gotta cover? Let's see. Let me name some household items, as my girlfriend would say. Let me clear up the household items. All right. Pets are a lot of responsibility. Yeah, they watching everyone. All right, let's see what else. Oh yeah, I don't exploit my son. You know why I don't exploit my son? Because my son has been through enough in his life, just like all children have, and just like I'm sure your children has been through a lot. And because your children has been through a lot, you should have more sense enough to not keep them on their camera so much. But you do what you want to do, right? That's your children, and they're gonna be just like the Duggars, growing up calling and what's her name, Kate with 8. They're gonna be growing up telling you what they gotta say, right? Telling you that you put them in camera to put them on camera too early. You got to be careful of that kind of thing, and you're not paying them, because if you was paying them, obviously they would have a little. You know what? I'm not gonna go there, but you're not paying them, and we're not gonna play a game. And even it works hand in hand. If they actors in your film, so when people are actors in your film, guess what you do? You pay them, not in popsicle sticks. Okay. Okay. So let's be clear about that. All right. And what else was I going to say? I'm trying to make sure I cover everything because I didn't write this stuff down. I just kind of came up with it at the top of my head, and then I'm trying to still watch my son and make sure he's on the video and watching that video. Um, Today is gonna be a short session today. I gotta do some homework in a second with him. Okay, do I have anything else to say? What else y'all want to ask? Y'all want to ask me something before I go there? Oh yeah, about the reactions. Okay, and secondly, I'm trying to get my little numbers up. Why not talk about you? You're a train wreck. People like a train wreck. You're a good old train wreck. And so people gonna talk about you because that's what goes down, girl. And don't act like it. And then let me tell you something. You know, you get mad when people comment on you, but you set your ass up there and you talked about Asia like a dog. You used your whole channel when you first started out. Your whole channel was made off of Asia. Let's be clear about that. So you can't get mad at other people making channels making videos about your ass, right? You put stuff out there. Now, if you had a good channel, if you wasn't abusing, if you didn't have uh videos that look like you're abusing your children, in my humble opinion, all allegedly, everything I've said, allegedly. So if you wasn't looking like you was abusing your children, well, nobody have nothing to say, right? If you was fixing them some good meals, if you put vegetables, if you put fruit with their food a little bit more, if they didn't look so small, if I don't know, if you didn't curse your mama out, if you didn't have a baby father that was a pimp, if you didn't talk about Asia, if you didn't let's see, if you washed your hair and washed your ass and combed your hair, and if you washed up in them armpits, if you, I don't know, didn't look like you was dusty, musty, crusty, fussy, tussy, cussy, and maybe use some tussy under them arms, maybe wouldn't nobody talk about you. If you didn't have a guy that everybody said was abused, if you didn't have a guy that didn't pay child support at one point in time, if you had a baby father that seen all his children, and Philip had lost custody of one of his children, gone in foster care, maybe nobody wouldn't talk about you. So let's be clear about that. So what else? So I'm just saying. So just start with that. And then, I forgot to mention this. Now, if you cleaned your house, and I'm not just talking about cleaning with me. Sometimes I'm cleaning be with me. It's just like it's just like kind of like, I don't know. It's like doodling on yourself, right? Doodling on yourself, and then acting like you wipe wiped your butt all the way, and then took some spray and sprayed yourself and went outside and said, I'm clean. That's exactly what your clean with means is. So, you can't be mad at me, girl. You can't be mad at me. I can show you my kitchen. My kitchen is clean. You know why my kitchen is clean? Because I clean up all the time. I probably got like 4 dishes in the sink. And I'm talking about like 2 dishes and two forks. So that's what I got in the sink. And guess what I'm getting ready to do when I get off this video? I'm going to go down there and wash them out because I got to start my dinner. Do you understand that I have my dinner, lunch cooked? My son, if he asks for a snack, girl, he's going to get a snack. I'm not going to tell him he already ate. It could be right before bedtime. Now, I might fuss at him because guess what? It's like, why you wait till now to tell me you're hungry? But nevertheless, my son eats over here. My son got a big belly. Okay, when my son first got here, he was skinny and puny. And we are vegetarians and vegans over here. So let's be clear about that. Are you ready? He big now. Okay, he eats, and we're vegetarians. We're vegetarians and sometimes vegans and plant-based eaters. And I tell you what, my children are bigger than yours, and your children eat meat. So I'm just saying. So let's talk about it. My son, we do herbs over here. Okay, so let's talk about that. So let's talk about that fact. So you can keep all of that to yourself. And you know what? I am happy. And just because I talk about your ass, don't mean I'm not happy. So let's talk about that. I mean, people talk about you because you are easy victim. Because you're an easy person to talk about. Because you put everything out there for everybody to talk about. Now, somebody that comment on my post, if you comment on my stuff, you better not say nothing crazy. Let me look at this comment. I'm going to read you out. Let me see. It says, have you ever shown Jack? No. So, okay. All right, I just thought she sounds okay. No problem. Nah, she good. I don't know. She good. She ain't did nothing to me. I ain't never shown no Jack. I ain't never shown none of these folks on social media, but Jasmine. On my YouTube or whatever. I'm just trying to make sure I cover everything. Did I cover everything? Oh, well, let me go read some of these comments. If I was on a budget, my kids would have free lunch at school. I don't understand the obsession with lunches. Uh, I don't either. Okay, well, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me be honest with y'all. When my son was in a regular school, I did send him lunches. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, he did get lunches. Now, he didn't get that kind of lunch. I had one teacher told me, because I was sending like meals. She was like, this is lunch. And I had to go off on her because she gonna try to tell me that he's getting better food than the other children in the school. That is not my problem. If I send my son, he was in preschool at the time. If I send a pre-K, preschool. If I send my son, whatever I send my son, he gonna eat because he get hungry, and I'm not gonna let my son starve. How about that? You don't tell me what to put in my lunch. My son was getting gourmet meals, and my son do eat like, I ain't gonna lie, my husband and my son do eat like kings around here. Even like the little snacks be kind of crazy. And I do give my son as much as he want to eat. I ain't gonna lie. And I don't just tell him you just ate. Now he drink a lot of water. He drinks more water than like juice. Like if I juice something, he's not really a juicer. Now he like fruit, but he don't want it in a juice form. He'd rather drink water. So I do, if he want an almond butter jelly, almond, what do you call it? Organic sandwich, jelly sandwich, what they call the preservative sandwich, whatever that's called. He'll get that. If he wants some, and of course with some fruit. Now, he might want some oatmeal. We got vegan oatmeal here. I give him oatmeal. I give him a vegan patty. I give him whatever he wants that's in the refrigerator he can eat. I don't tell him to wait. Now, sometimes I might be like, look, now, if he asks for chips, I might tell him to wait on chips. But guess what? I give him for fruit. I give him a healthier snack. I don't really buy chips. Guess who buy chips? My husband. Why? Because he a snacker. He like them kind of snacks. And him and my son be turning them chips up. So whatever. Okay. You would have more food in your house if you would let them eat at school. Also, you would take stress off yourself. Well, my son don't go to school. I mean, he go to school, but he don't go to regular school. We do at home. He does online, and we do homeschooling. So I mean, that's what my husband worked for. My husband worked to feed the family. So he get lunch. He get lunch. My son probably get 4 to 5 meals a day if it like. I mean, I'm counting snacks as meals too, y'all. So however long he wanted, I mean, it just goes down. And then we get grocery next time it come around. If we have to get knickknacks in between, oh, you talking about Jazz? I'm sorry. If we have to get knickknacks, then we get knickknacks. I don't know why she don't do that, but probably because she probably don't qualify. She might not qualify for the free lunch though. That's probably why. But I just think I just never seen nobody make noodles and send it to children. I mean, like those sodium noodles. And I'm not saying, every now and then, y'all know, me as a vegetarian, sometimes I will. I have a taste for rice noodles. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Now I make some rice. I make a mean rice noodle, put some veggies in it, cut up the vegetables. She's cut up some onions and put me some veggie broth in there. Y'all can go to my Instagram and look at my Instagram, my food on my Instagram. It's really tasty, I promise. It make you feel like you eating meat. However, what I am gonna tell her is to kind of lay off of people. Why don't you lay off and leave people alone? If you leave people alone, maybe if you hadn't lied on Flo, maybe if you had kept your mouth closed and not said that Flo called CPS on you and did all these things to you that you say she did, then maybe Flo wouldn't have pulled all this information out. Sometimes you can't fight dirty with dirt. You can't fight dirty. Man. You want to fight dirty? This is what happened, my Jazzy life. You know, let me tell you something about karma. And I know everybody think karma is like, oh, so you did this bad thing, so karma comes to you. No, karma is basically what karma means is when you do something and you don't learn your lesson. So if you keep reliving the same thing over and over instead of correcting yourself, so if you keep mistreating your children, then it's going to keep happening over and over and over. That's why CPS keeps getting called on you from not probably from those teachers. You lie and say that these people are doing all this stuff and everything. But why don't you tell the truth and tell people that you are probably getting the CPS from these people that surround you that know you, my Jazzy life, because we don't see everything in your home. We only see what you show. So my thing is, and if just for 5, 10 minutes or 30 minutes, you all online cursing your children out. You did curse your daughter. You did call your daughter bees. Your child walking around with a black eye. Maybe you shouldn't have showed her on live, even if she did get a black eye from whatever reason. I don't know. But what I'm saying, why would you even show that? Why would you even show half of the shit that you show in the first place? It don't make no dang old sense for you to show any of that. Why would you tell anybody that why would you even bring Philip to the camera? Why would you even tell people about Philip? You know, why would you even talk about Asia? Why would you even curse your mama out? Why would you even talk about half of the stuff that you talk about? Won't nobody even think nothing. Why would you even show any of that things? Why would you even show your children cooking and doing everything for you? Why would you even show any of that? I'm not talking about what you should do in your own home. I'm talking about why would you put that out for the whole world to see? See, you put everything out and then complain about people talking about it. I mean, it goes down, my Jazzy. Like, you can't put all that information out. It's just certain things I personally just don't show with my life. And it's not because my life is messed up. It's just because I don't exploit my children. My son has a right to grow up and have the best normal kind of normalcy of a life that he could possibly have without me exploiting him. I got my own junk going on. You know what I mean? So why would I exploit my family? I told y'all before, my daughter's she is a feet model. She's a foot model, whatever y'all want to call it. And she a hand model. You know, I don't even exploit her. I don't exploit my children. I don't exploit my grandchildren. I have grandchildren as well. I don't exploit none of them. Why? Because they have a life. They got their own life and they got to make their own decisions. And that's what you need to consider. And then the whole TikTok thing, that was crazy, my Jazzy life. And you were so upset because you wanted to make money off of that little girl. You was just gonna use that money. You were gonna give her nothing. you know, and that little girl crying out for you. She trying to get so much attention from you because she acting like she want to be just like you by doing the social media, but you pushing that little girl into that. She don't really want to do that. You trying to force her to live vicariously through you because Jasmine, you messed up your life with your football career. Boom, I'm done. I'm out of here. Peace, deuces. Have a beautiful day today. She is the only person who has created the narrative that's out here. No one else did. Yes, peace, blessings. Love all of y'all. Well, I don't love all y'all. I'm lying when I say that. Cause that's cliche. That's a dang on lie. Look, I love the ones that support me. The rest of y'all, it is what it is. Don't make me put a curse on y'all. Y'all know how to do curses. But anyway, I'm just playing. No, I ain't playing. I'm for real. But I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding. Am I kidding? I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a blessing. Nice day. Peace out. Deuces. Nah, I ain't gonna put no curse on nobody. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Just making y'all laugh. All right, deuces.